season between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10, and he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Out to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. What a matchup here for our first game of 2022. The 103rd season in NFL history, and this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now, both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. The Rams were able to raise a Super Bowl 56 banner before the game. Of course, they beat Cincinnati on this very field back in February to win that Lombardi Trophy. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing, Mayfield. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability...
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, we're 33.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Allen will try to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Taken from about the 12. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Mayfield now. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Allen. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Leonard Floyd's career has found new life in Los Angeles with more sacks in 2 seasons there than in 4 years prior with Chicago. 9.5 in 2021 for the Super Bowl champs.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good, and that'll push the lead to 11-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken from about the 12. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going right back to Akers. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Troy Hill picks it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he's got this to Jefferson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Going to the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here and making that decision.
You have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Allen. Finds Hines again for the completion. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Nyheim Hines in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 54 yards. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is? You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive.
Touchdown! Naeem Hines, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The drive will start with an option going left. Now Mayfield lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, he'll buy some time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bills get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. That is brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. Allen going to go on 4th down. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Half 85.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Allen. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 43 yards. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Von Miller now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
Open man. He's got Jefferson across the formation. And he is going to have the Rams first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. These guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
75 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs from 6 yards away.
And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Run.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
They go play action. Mayfield. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37.
Now Mayfield. And that one complete downfield to Cup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. But maybe some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Hurry, hurry!
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
I'm the best, and I got it,